Alrighty, y'all. Hello. It is the weekend. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Now, recently I did a video on American buses versus European buses. Of course, they were very different. This is kind of a follow-up to that. I noticed that the European buses were very, I thought, pretty fancy, futuristic, sleek, modern-looking, maybe even luxurious. And it seemed to be that way, what we could draw from the video as well. We're just kind of behind here in the bus game. And, well, quite frankly, a lot of people don't even bother taking the bus here. It's just a different culture, and our buses are not as futuristic and sleek for the most part here. There's also not a lot of manufacturers, and it's just kind of weird. So to follow up on that, I wanted to take a closer look at some of these European buses because they look really cool, in my opinion. We have a Discord suggestion from Mr. Marcus very recently, taking a look at some different buses from, I believe this is like a Czech channel that features vehicles. And this will be linked in the description down below, so make sure to check them out. We're going to be looking at a Solaris Urbino, a Iveco Urban Way, an Iveco Crossway, a Soar NS, and a Skoda 27 TR. The Skoda is a trolley bus based on the Solaris rather. So that's pretty cool. And these are great suggestions from Mr. Marcus, so thank you. Let's just jump straight into this. Okay, so first up, we have the Solaris. Wow. So this is an articulating bus. Look at that. 3 axles. And right away, it just looks sleek. I don't know what it is about it. It looks so sleek to me. I guess just because I'm used to the American buses, and they tend to be, for some reason, like retro looking, which could be a backhanded, compliment almost, or an insult. Let's just say, yeah, this is cool. Otherwise known as like a bendy bus, right? Yeah, that's pretty neat. Look at all the lights. And mentioned in that video was that American buses tend to only have like 1 or 2 doors, whereas these have 4 doors. Some of them have 3. Most of them are 4 or more, even if they're longer. And so it's a lot more efficient. There's multiple ways to get in and out. And not everyone's bunching up in one door. Pretty cool, dude. This would be a mission to drive, though, right? I mean, everyone talks about how Europe, driving in Europe is so much different, older European cities compared to North America, where all our roads are huge, and even city streets and everything, like everything's just bigger and wider. I feel like driving this would be kind of difficult, right? Holy smokes. Yeah, see, these are pretty sharp, man. Wow. It's funny, it doesn't feel as long when you're inside it, but it looks huge on the outside. I saw a tap and like wireless payment stuff everywhere. If we look right here, you can see. That's cool. Now, I can't comment if our buses have that or not because, like I said, I don't take the bus. I'm just being honest, right? I drive cars the American way, right? So I wouldn't know how behind or trying to be up to date our buses are with the whole payment system and tickets and all that stuff, but that's cool to see. The seats look reasonable. I mean, it's nice and clean. I like the railings everywhere, so you can hold on, you can stand, of course. Yeah, looks nice. Look at the dash. This is kind of cool. I would like to try buses in like a game. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if they have buses in Euro Truck Sim or not. It would be neat though to try. I always think the mirrors and little details look really sharp on the Euro buses as well. Wow, what was that about? Is the brake to the right of the throttle? That's different. Holy smokes. I've never driven a vehicle like that. Usually the throttle is always on the right and the brake is in the middle or on the left. That's weird. Any rhyme or reason why that's like that? Huh. This bus looks like it might be in Brno, Czech Republic, yeah? It does have the CZ number plate. Wow. This is a funny little dog right here. Reminds me of like a dachshund. I grew up, my favorite pet ever my whole life was Frank, my dog Frank. when I was younger. And he, of course, was a dachshund. He was supposed to be a miniature dachshund, and he grew to be kind of almost a standard size. Ooh, we get to take a peek underneath as well. What is this? I'm not even sure, to be honest. Ooh, look at that diesel stuffed in there. I imagine this is a diesel, yeah. Ooh, is it a Packer? Yeah? Or am I reading that wrong? It might be. I see a turbocharger. That's cool, man. Look at that. How many alternators are in this thing? My God. Pretty cool, though. Was that the front or the back? It had to be the back, right? Yeah, it had to be. Couldn't tell. I've always thought of engines usually being in the back in these kinds of buses. Alrighty, then we have this Iveco Crossway. 14.5 meter. Wow, this thing actually looks really sharp. I love the taillights on that. This thing is super cool looking. Dual axle in the back. Multiple doors, of course. Again, I don't know exactly the specs of the motors and stuff, but this one looks interesting. Wow. What the heck? Presumably that was like room for luggage or something. So this might be more of a... It is a city bus still, yeah? I thought maybe it was more of like a long distance bus. I'm not sure. I mean, that's where you guys can correct me if I make any mistakes on this stuff. What do we got? 125 kilometers per hour. The speedo maxes out at. Oh, push button transmission, huh? That's interesting. So how do you put it in park if there's no P there? I don't know. Maybe you put it in neutral and then set like a manual brake or something, yeah? I'm not sure. This one looks sharp. I like the look of this one the best out of all these, I think, so far. That Iveco's sharp, dude. Wow. Yeah, we don't have any that look like that, in my opinion. Alrighty, then we have the Soar NS12. I've never heard of this brand at all. Boy. This thing looks awesome, though. I totally dig it. It's kind of weird looking in a good way. Look at that, like, round, like, bubble glass. Those cool kind of mirrors. This thing looks sharp, man. I don't know why. I dig this. It's kind of cool. Wow. This one might win for looks. The last one was pretty good as well, but wow. Looks good inside. Can't tell. Are those like cloth seats? They look pretty cool. Regardless, I can't really tell what material they are. Yeah, this is a solid bus. I don't know much about this brand at all. Is it Soar? Look at the microphone. This one does look quite different compared to all the other ones. And I don't even know which one's the throttle and the brake there. Totally different setup in this one. What are all these? Those red buttons. I wonder if those control like the doors and stuff or what. Ooh, what's this? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Some sort of weird... This is either electric or it's a hybrid. Oh no, there's the engine. Sorry, it was like dark and then it focused in. There's the engine. So it's got a diesel engine, I believe. Or it could be a hybrid. Because I don't really know what I'm looking at here, but... Alrighty, then finally we have the Skoda 27 TR. Oh, look at the bendy bits. That's so cool when it wraps around like that. That thing is hella sharp as well. Now, this is based on the Solaris one, I think. They modify it quite a bit. It's like a trolley bus. And yeah, you can see all that equipment up there. Wow. That is really fascinating. That's like stuff I just don't know anything about it. Wow. Skoda Blue Drive, it said on the back. What a fascinating machine. Does it have the Solaris branding or Skoda? Oh, it does have the Skoda logo, doesn't it? That's so cool. What? But it does keep the Solaris badge on the wheel, which is pretty fun. Look at that. That's so weird how it connects up there. Wow. Alrighty, so this was suggested soon after on Discord by Ahsoka. It's in the same field here. We're looking at a bus called the Mercedes-Benz Future Bus. And this is from 7 years ago. So you guys will have to fill me in. I always think it's funny when they do future things, and then you end up catching up to the date they're talking about. And it's like, is it here? Did it pan out? Or were they way optimistic? We'll just have to see. But this seems pretty cool. I mean, let's see what let's see what it looks like and stuff first. But oh, that's pretty sleek. Wow. That's pretty crazy looking. Ooh, this is 7 years ago. Dang, that looks pretty cool. Look at the fancy, like, what is that? The lighting. I don't know about those seats. Wireless charging. Geez, 7 years ago. Guess that's about right. When did wireless charging come out on the phones? I know it's a big deal like now, as in like the last couple years, like 2021 to 2023 model year cars, brag when they have wireless charging, from the factory and like, your new car you can buy. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it 7 years ago, at least in American cars. But then again, we're a different market over here. So I usually find out we're always behind on things. So who knows? Boy, the lights are super cool. Look at that outline too. Like that light outline on the windows. Oh, he's not even driving. My goodness. We know we do have autonomous technology, so that's real. Now, whether you trust it or not is a different story, but cameras everywhere. I kind of dig the design. It's really cool. The interior of it looks, I don't know how they made a bus look like so fancy and futuristic. It's like a lounge in there, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I really dig the look of it. There's the back. We haven't seen the back yet. It's kind of weird with like it's like non-symmetrical, right? It's got like just these random design features. I don't know if that would make it to production, right? They usually don't tend to do radical stuff like that on a final production model. I don't know though. I really do dig the lighting setup. The tech is all there in real life. Like we have this tech, so I guess like it's futuristic, but it's not unrealistic futuristic, if that makes sense. It's not like this thing, it's not like the wheels fold up and it flies and hovers and shit, So, I mean, I feel like this could definitely be done in real life. It wasn't, way too optimistic. It's pretty spot on, right?
Thank you.
Restores faith in humanity. I have a feeling on a bus in a big American city, that tablet would be gone if you left that behind. Yeah, I like that thing. I wonder if that's what they're like. I'm gonna look up like a new Mercedes bus, see if they're like that. Let's see what the 2024 Mercedes-Benz buses are looking like in Europe. I mean, ooh, you know what? It's kind of like the one. It's kind of like the Future Bus. It's not too far off, is it? Although I don't know if it has the fancy lighting around the outlines like I liked. That might have been too optimistic, huh? It might even be a legal thing, yeah? Would you be allowed to have lights on the outside of the windows? I mean, I don't see why not, but you know how regulation is. It's annoying. I mean, these are sharp, even if they're not exactly like that Future Bus. I gotta say, the Mercedes-Benz ones look spectacular, dude. The ones we saw throughout this video were great as well, but this one does have more of a premium. These Mercedes-Benz ones look the part. Now, I don't know if they, are better, just based on looks. That'd be kind of shallow, right? But the looks-wise, they definitely are looking nice. Wow, these Cetras are cool. Look at that. Wow. Look at that motorhome. 2024 Coachman Euro Class A motorhome. That's a whole new rabbit hole I could go to. This is actually for sale in the U.S.? This is in Michigan. I've never seen one of these. I see RVs all the time, obviously. That's a big thing here in the U.S., but I've never seen this style. I have seen the Mercedes-Benz like Sprinter vans are very popular now. I wish I could afford them. They're so cool. Like this type right here where they're like off-road looking. These are unbelievably popular in the U.S., but you got to be pretty well off to afford one of these. I think they're over $100,000. They're really cool, though, I have to say. Like, look at that. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz is killing it with the vans and the RV game, dude. Anyway, that was like a quick look, a little more detailed look at some buses down on the ground, right, in Europe. In particular, mostly like the Czech Republic, I believe. And then, of course, the Future Bus was kind of interesting. So I do appreciate those links. And, of course, the world of buses is vast. I'm sure there's way more examples that we could look at and way nicer ones, way bigger ones, whatever, right? This was just a nice list that was provided to me. And, yeah, I think they're really cool. They're really cool to see. I thought they were very sleek, very modern looking, which I expected. That's kind of like what the stigma is with the Euro buses. They're just nicer, right? It's a different bus culture than I'm used to over here. And those were just city buses, so I feel like they only get nicer up from there when you get into different types of buses that would be available. So yeah, that was really fun. I do hope that you are having a great weekend. I do appreciate you being here. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.